So I felt like making a video today, but there's nothing really exciting going on. I'm actually supposed to be cleaning, and gonna clean my closet. I figured I'd show you this mess. First thing you'll notice is the door's broken. There's my cat. Being a jerk. A jerk. And here's my closet. A big thing I need to get through is all my old PC games. I'm gonna be getting rid of most of them, donating them to benefit yard sale that's actually this weekend. That's why I gotta get through them, because I need to get them down there today. But most of it is boxes that I want to keep, you know, collector's edition boxes and whatnot. But there's a lot of stuff in here I just need to organize better. These aren't even mine, those are my parents'. But yeah, I gotta get through all these computer games and figure out what I want, what I don't want. Bigfoot suit. I don't know how many people remember, this is what computer games used to come in. The big box. I'm probably gonna, I still have the mouse pad. Gonna be certain ones I'm saving, just I guess for nostalgia. I need to clean mostly because I'm gonna be actually emptying this whole room, and we're ripping the carpet up, which is pretty nasty. Getting rid of it and putting hardwood floors in here, so I gotta clean this entire dump out. And a better way to do that than just throw away a bunch of stuff you don't need. Right, cat? Gone through some of my games here. Got a stack of ones I'm gonna get rid of, donate to the benefit yard sale. Some I'm gonna keep. Sadly, I noticed my cat apparently chewed the hell out of my Max Payne 2, but I'm gonna keep it anyways. The fantastic No One Lives Forever 2. Kinda wish they'd make a part 3, but it'll probably never happen. Got hope though. This game is awesome. I have the first one too, and I believe it's a big box, but it's probably still in my closet. One of my favorite all-time games, Half-Life 2, the computer version. My favorite real-time strategy game of all time, Rise of Nations. Original Far Cry down there, a little crushed, but got some Medal of Honor when it was good. Some Call of Duty in here somewhere, the first one. Thief 1 and 2. I didn't care much for the third one that came out later on consoles. The fourth one is on its way. I rented it on the PlayStation 4, so expansion set for the Half-Life series. Again, my favorite series. I have the big box in the closet of that. Battlefield 1942, where my love of Battlefield started. I even beta tested this game. It's kind of funny looking back at these old games. They don't necessarily hold up well. Maybe it's still fun to play, but man, is it ugly. Expansion pack for that. Star Wars Galaxies, which you can't... The game doesn't even exist anymore, so you can't really sell that. It's one of the expansions where they added space, which was actually pretty fun, but nobody ever played it, so there was really no space battles. Just you running around by yourself or with some friends. Some of the stuff I decided to get rid of. Unreal Tournament 2004, cat chewed on the box, but back in the day I was all about Unreal Tournament, but I don't know, I don't really need it sitting on my shelf, so someone else can enjoy it. Stalker, towards the end of my PC gaming time. I enjoyed it, but it doesn't really hold any nostalgic feelings for me, so I don't really need it. Black Hawk Down, Team Saber expansion. I have the other ones already in the box to go. have to make sure these get hooked together and that they know they have to go together, because you can't really play this without the other game. Splinter Cell, the other two, Pandora Tomorrow and whatever the other one, are already in the box to be donated. Again, I like these games, but I don't really need them on my shelf. Rome Total War, never really got into it. I know there's a lot of fans out there of the Rome games, or the Total War games, but 2 copies of Codename Panzer. For a long time I had 2 computers set up, and I was excited to play this. Some real-time strategy. I don't remember much about it, so we couldn't have liked it too much. Joint Ops, this was it was made by the same people that made Black Hawk Down, and there was a bunch of vehicles and things like that, and I played it in a LAN and things like that, but it was missing a lot of things. Like, I remember all we did was my friend Tim and I would go up in a helicopter with the thing and drive out. It would do 0 damage. You would just land on the ground. We found that entertaining. Another World War II game, real-time strategy. I remember it being fun. Global Operations. This was basically a Counter-Strike clone. I never played it online. I played with bots, and it was basically the same as online, but with bots. It actually came with a t-shirt when I pre-ordered it. I still have the t-shirt, and I'm keeping the t-shirt, but I don't need the game anymore. I did come across Lord of the Rings online, which is actually still going. It's free to play now, you can just download it, so that's kind of useless. Battlefield Vietnam, which was one of my favorites. Unreal Tournament 2003, which I'll probably get rid of, but I don't think the game's in there, that's why it's back in here. Keeping Doom 3. There's the Empire Divided, which again is no longer useful. Soldier Fortune 2, which was one of my favorites back in the day, just simply by the gore in it. Probably get rid of Viet Cong, but it might not be in the box, that's why it's in there. The fantastic DSX. The other ones weren't very good, but this one was great. And that up there is one of my favorite Star Wars games. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, made by the same people who made Soldier of Fortune. This is like the collector's tin edition. Still got that. You got Kingpin, which came out a little bit after Columbine, so there's a lot of controversy around it. Gory, a lot of swearing. Cypress Hill music was in it. They also did voices. Some random hunting games that I probably want to get rid of, but I need to find the disc. So, yeah, I've barely made a dent, but whoa! One of my favorite MMOs was World War II Online. This is the big box. They came out later with smaller boxes. You played almost for a year or two for free because it was so buggy that they didn't charge for it. I played this for years in a group called BKB, the Black Knight Brigade. And it was a lot of fun, but eventually just kind of got tired of playing it. Kind of left. Kept with them. That's who I played Star Wars Galaxies with and stuff. And just recently they said they're not going to be playing World War II Online anymore, so kind of a sad day. I think it was a couple months ago. There's still some active people in another Star Wars game, so maybe some point they'll play another MMO. Yeah, I played that for years on dial-up even. Cat's still being a jerk. Meow. Stop it. Oh, okay. Enough of that. I figured I'd show you some of the other games I already kind of put away to get rid of. The Sims, which is classic, but they're up to a bunch of them now. Deer Hunter 5, which was okay, a little buggy. Deer Hunter 3, which before, I think, 2004 came out, this was the definitive. Well, Deer Hunter 3 and 4 were the two best until 2004 came out. If you're into hunting, that is. Rainbow Six 3, Hitman contracts. I liked Hitman games. I'm still debating whether I want to get rid of them or not. This is the Black Hawk Down game. Chaos Theory, the Splinter Cell. I think I have 2 copies of that, so I gotta find the other one. Soldner, which, as you see here, was Call of Duty and Battlefield 1942. Move out of the way. Or might as well step out of the way. Now, either they bought that, or it was from a preview of someone talking about what was supposed to be good about it, because this game came out and it was garbage. It was unplayable, buggy piece of crap. But it boasted, blow the enemy away with over 60 realistic weapons, deploy over 70 combat vehicles from the Apache Hilo to the M1A2, 18 million square miles of realistic, fully destructible terrain. And, you know, this was before there was destruction in Battlefield. Graphically, at the time, it was kind of like, oh my god, and all this stuff, and then they basically released an unplayable, buggy thing. You couldn't even get in multiplayer. Single player was nothing but stupid bots, like a training mode. It boasted fully customizable characters with taunts. You could wave, things like that. Well, that's not necessarily a taunt, but different things, flip people off. And when it came out, it had terrible reviews. And I was bummed, and I'm like, I'm not going to pick it up. Completely forgot that I pre-ordered it, and it showed up at my house. But I was just reading about that, and to my surprise, an add-on came out for it. And then later, in like 2006, they re-released it under a different name with both packs. And then even more surprisingly, 2011, former people that worked on the game and in the community released a version called the Community Edition, and the website is still running and people still play this, so they must have got it to a playable state at some point. Print over tomorrow. You got some Wrestle and PlayStation 2 games in there. You got some N64 games. You got the South Park Love Shack, which is not very good, and you got the pretty terrible ECW game in there. I got some more up here I'm gonna throw in there, some more older games that nobody wanted. When I was giving away games that time, nobody wanted these. Which is, you know, Sean Palmer's is decent, so was MX Superfly, but whatever. Does anybody remember this game? With this sorta George Clooney look-alike? The next all-out blood-sucking vampire battle is set to begin. There you go. I'm gonna keep this one just because it's ridiculous. Well, I found the big box and No One Lives Forever. I forgot whoever worked at the store put a freaking sticker on her face back in the day. But this game is awesome. So is the sequel. Again, third one, make it happen. Also found Operation Flashpoint, which I remember being really hard. And it still has the paintball passport in there. You think it's still good? Pulled some more stuff out to get rid of. This motor oil thing has car speakers in it. And then there's some board games, so slowly making a dent. I just found this in the back of the closet. Full door Jason Voorhees poster. I think my friend gave that to me when he moved. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but there you go, I have it. A little more of a dent, got those boxes out. Look at those big old Guitar Hero and Rock Band 2 boxes and stuff. I don't think I'm going to take everything out right now, but the plan is to stack up all the boxes I want to keep, like my collector's editions and whatever. That way I keep them away from the cat chewing on them. Gone through most of the stuff that I'm going to donate. Just kind of tidy it up until I need to actually move it. I did find this. G-Force. I don't think there's anything in it, so I'll probably just throw the box away, but kind of interesting. Who knows what they're up to now, you know, since I've been out of the PC gaming in so long. But I mean, if there's a card in there, I might just give it to Jake, because he's been kind of building a computer, but I'm pretty sure it's empty.